Hey everybody, welcome back. This is my Hoi Polloi, as you can see, and I've noticed that two cards don't fit the rest of the deck. This is very common, especially in vintage decks, because I have a hunch that two of these cards, the ones that you can clearly see are bigger, they are taller and more wide than the rest of the pack. And I believe these two might have been added later on. Perhaps two cards went missing in this deck, and the previous owner decided to buy replacement cards because that's a thing. And you can really clearly see the Judgment card and the Page of Pentacles are cut differently. So what I'm going to do is do a little micro trim to make them just fit into this deck. So it's going to take some measurement, and by that I mean not actually measuring, but just see in my guillotine cutter where to put the guide so that I can make that little micro trim. Because, as you saw, those cards got shuffled in like the rest of them, and them being wider and taller meant they were more prone to foxing too, so it actually damages the cards as well. Now you might think, what the hell are you doing trimming a vintage out of print rare deck that is a beloved one? Trust me, I love this deck and I am really doing this to be able to use it. So doing a micro trim, and I'm doing it carefully, except that, as the title probably already gave away, I over trimmed the deck, of course. But really, no worries, I fixed it, and now it's kind of a fresh deck, so I'm happy with it. Let's keep watching. The important thing with these types of guillotine cutters is to keep the guide very tight so that the card doesn't have a chance to slide underneath it. And there you saw maybe a little less than a millimeter was trimmed off the first time round, and it just wasn't enough. So some new settings very carefully. And this is so nice because it can take off so little. So I'm really doing it step by step. And now they're even, except for, of course, the height of the card and the corners. I wasn't going to use a corner rounder. It was a different shape. And actually with many vintage decks, same with this one, every card has a slightly different corner. So I decided to just leave it. Maybe it's the charm of a vintage deck, and to make it even using teeny tiny scissors. Now you can still see here, and I'm making sure I'm checking twice, like Santa, which cards are sticking out. And yes, definitely Page of Pentacles, so have the right settings on there, because I just trimmed the Judgment one. Also, I decided to trim the side that had the most damage. If I trim this one, it should be the exact same dimension as the rest of the deck. Same width, at least, because that's where we're at. And it's looking pretty good. That's nice. Now for the height of the card. Still the same two cards sticking out. So let's fix them. So far, this is what I trimmed off. It's really not a lot, but it makes a huge difference in using the deck, making the deck usable, shuffleable. It's in such good condition, so I really want to use it. Trimmed off a little, but not enough. this is where I saw it cut kind of deep into the card, and lo and behold, the Page of Pentacles is now a little short, but I decided to use the same guide because you can't grow a card back. When you cut, you basically have to cut everything to that size. So I put everything back to the Page of Pentacles size, and then just micro trimmed every card so that everything was the exact same height. That actually worked out great because you know what? It's an old deck. It's good condition, but it's used. You can see the sides have yellowed. Nothing wrong with that, but just a bit of a fresh trim really didn't do it any harm. This is the frame where you can really see the Page of Pentacles being shorter than the rest of the deck. Now, this isn't just an aesthetic issue, it's really a problem with shuffling because this will mean that Page of Pentacles has less chance of showing up and less chance of being shuffled well into the rest of the cards. So I decided to micro trim the entire deck, either the top or the bottom part of the card, looking at the amount of white border there was so that the image would be more balanced on the cards. Honestly, it did the deck good. It's fresher now and it's very easy to use now. And I've used my small embroidery scissors that I use in sewing all the time to cut some corners to the correct size. It was really easy to do. I'm really happy with it now. So let's go to the walkthrough. Hello everybody. Okay, so I wanted to take a look at this incredible new deck, the Hoi Polloi Rider-Waite-Smith, in comparison with my favorite Rider-Waite-Smith, which is the Centennial Tarot deck. Now I'm just here eating Christmas candy that I got from a student of mine. And before I really get into the cards, I wanted to do a little holiday haul, because yesterday I went into the city and bought some gifts for my relatives. I got a selenite bowl for my grandmother, and it's not just a round one, it looks like it has petals, and I can't show you because it's wrapped right now, but it's really cute and really beautiful. I really wanted this for her because whatever you put in there, not water, no liquids, whatever you put in there, it's purifying and cleansing. So I think that's nice. Then I bought some Florida water, the classic one, for my uncle, my grandfather and mother. Both get different but beautiful, luxurious letter paper to write letters with because they still enjoy doing that. And then I just got some Amsterdam knick-knack stuff. I also got myself some things. I finally found a smoky quartz that I liked. It has 2 points, so I'll put that there. And I also finally found these beautiful red leather gloves from a thrift store. They fit kind of snug because actually I have pretty large hands, but it's okay. And the color is beautiful with my handmade leather bag. Also, I finally found, and it's just packaged so beautifully, and I have it on right here, a lapis lazuli ring. Now, it's kind of dark in here. Nothing I can do about it. It's very gloomy, very rainy, but it's a blue ring, like the kind of rings I like to wear. And I finally found a blue one, and it's lapis lazuli. Now, the seller in the store was very kind and also very special because she decided to charge it for me, and well, I just thought I'll accept that. I'll go for it. And she put some intention in it for me. I was like, why not? Let me put this pretty stuff over here. Look at that. Okay, so here's the box of the Hoi Polloi deck. It opens, it looks like a chest. Here are 2 extra cards. The beautiful back with the keys. And we have the guidebook. Let's get this show on the road. Because really what I'm doing here is, even though I know the Rider-Waite-Smith like the back of my hand almost, looking at this deck, I feel I don't always get what's been left out, because the Hoi Polloi is much more minimalistic than the original Pixie line work. So I'm not going to comment on every card. I just wanted to show this comparison. This is the first thing that struck me. Of course, all the colors are very different, but it's a mirror image that they used of the magician, at least, the magician itself, because everything else is the same. You see how the flowers, the lilies, even though here they're purple, it's in the exact same position. Yet here he has his left arm up and the right arm down, and it's different here. So I'm wondering if that has any type of meaning, or if it just somehow worked out better for the printing. I have no idea. I love having a much more groovy high priestess. Some images in the Hoi Polloi, I'll say, are a little bit more blurry than this one. The Centennial RWS games, honestly, is the best one in my opinion still. Everything is warm in the Hoi Polloi. We're missing the key symbol though. Oh, I love this lover's card. Isn't that just a beautiful coloration? Alpha Omega, Omega, beginning and ending. Hermit has a brown cloak. It's just so nice. So actually strength in the Hoi Polloi is in a different position than the original Rider-Waite-Smith. These are almost like Lego plants. They just changed so many little details. Like the crown over there, it's a different design. Yeah, it's lovely, lovely. I love this star. I love this star too. There is more color, more gradient. What is this art style? What do you call that? I can tell you I'm taking the Hoi Polloi to France. How could I not? It's my most recent Rider-Waite-Smith clone. And just look at how gorgeous this is. Oh, I hadn't even noticed yet. The Hoi Polloi has the full titles on every card, which obviously we don't need. But to be honest, I like in this deck. Usually I'm more of a, just give me this if it's Rider-Waite-Smith clone. But here, it looks beautiful. It looks nice. It's so cute. It's like a candied Rider-Waite-Smith, and isn't it? It's like my candies over here. It's very sugary and sweet. There's lots of pink in there, but there's lots of every color, so I'm good with it. And I still don't know if it's more of a wintertime deck or more of a summertime deck for that reason. Maybe it's both, because after all, it's a Rider-Waite-Smith. It's an always deck, isn't it? Look at this. Why is the ground black? Why is she in green, not in red? To me, it changes the meaning. She might be more lost here. Less active also. Here there's something in sight, you know? Yet here the Nine of Swords isn't a dark card. This is one of the darkest, together with the 10. And in the Hoi Polloi it's white background. Although it looks like they took away the black background, because you can see through some of the swords there's some black left over almost. Again, I love having a more diverse looking deck. Yeah. And all of these funky color combinations, that's really my thing. I either like muted dark colors or vibrant colors. Don't give me pastels. I can't handle pastels. So maybe that's why I never purchased the Moon Baby Tarot, even though he did an amazing job, and I understand why people love that deck. But I'm a original Hoi Polloi girl all the way, and I'm so grateful to have received this. Can you believe it? I still can't believe it. Because off and on I've been searching for this deck online, and it was never in my price range. So I never got it. Wow, that sea. What a beautiful color. It's more the Mediterranean, isn't it? Okay, I always love purple in cards. I don't know what it is, but just look at how pretty this is. It's just so pretty. So pretty. Okay, this is one of the details I wanted to highlight because I don't know if you can tell, but that sixth wand, which the person on the horse is holding, it grows little leaves, and those leaves go over the line of this border around every card. So there is a bit of, well, I don't know what that's called, but I like that. You know, it's showing something just extra, like I believe the Gaian Tarot first edition has those things, even though here it's less obvious. Uh, but it does happen from time to time in some cards where you see the artwork goes over that line. Really like that. Look here again. See that? Oh my gosh. Every so often, every few cards, I freak out all over again, thinking, I can't believe I have this deck. Just yes for the Knight of Wands with the hot pink feather and this beautiful green, and his horse is gray. They got rid of all the pyramids though. Even those pyramids next to the Queen of Wands are hills now. And I guess Kitty's on a quest outside the home. Yeah, there's definitely less detail in the Hoi Polloi. But look what you get instead of that, what you get in place. It's incredible, beautiful, just the colors are amazing, and such a vibrant deck. Now also I can pretend I'm Kiki Robinson, Opulent Witch, because I have her deck, Living Altar Oracle, and the Hoi Polloi, like she does. Very golden hour. Oh, that line work. Such a beautifully stylized Rider-Waite-Smith. Check this out. Just got an outfit change. Still a morning color, from black to purple or violet. All the cups also are pretty huge. Maybe not so much in the pip cards, but you'll see later on in the quartz. Like, what is this? Always a beautiful card. Oh, so iconic. It reminds me of Kodak tapes, videotapes. You know what I mean? And it's becoming more of an archway to go through, maybe. Interesting. Brings a new perspective, doesn't it? Oof. Fashion boy did it again. Beautiful. Actually, these cups aren't that huge. Just look at that fabulous mane. Honestly, these They're just so fabulous and funky. Okay, so this is a huge cup. Maybe it's just a queen, because after all, she has a different type of cup than everybody else, doesn't she? Yeah, I guess it's just a queen. All right. Ah, I love these blue pentacles. As I said in the unboxing video, they look more like crystals, don't they? It's earth. This is my repeat card so far of this deck, and I've checked it's not because I trimmed it unevenly. It's very flush now. But yeah, Three of Pentacles, this deck has been telling me for quite a while now. Isn't that funny that just the Magician was a mirror image and everything else is the same? Why did they do that? I like that this is a little bit more messy. This is almost a fully straight line, and here it's just more like a zigzag. Probably my favorite Nine of Pentacles. Honestly. Let's look at this more closely. Look at that hat. It's beautiful. And that bird and just everything about it is so... I love it. This doggy looks more like my dog now because she's brown. Ooh, almost got super sentimental there. Well, she's here sleeping next to me, so we're still good, you know? Last few. Love the purple. And then finally, Queen and King. Yes. Okay. It's pretty even. It's even for a vintage deck. Let's shuffle. It's in such good condition. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Check this out. The archetype of the father and the mother, or twin cards of the Empress and the Emperor, are actually uniting in the Four of Wands in their marriage, in their wedding, the alchemical wedding. So, how about we find some unity, right? We stick together. Let's open up a little bit more and know what truly matters. Where is your happiness? It's to come together, really to enjoy each other's company and do it during the holidays. Why not? Whether you celebrate something or you don't, whoever you're with, just find somebody that you love to hang out with so that you can have that party, right? Four of Wands is still a celebration, and at the same time it's bringing in a bit of that earth, right? Because four is the cube, which is earth. And I see that as the stability in every single card here. The stability that you need. It's the foundation, connecting to other people. Even if you're a loner or an introvert, it doesn't matter. Connect to people and being with others, experiencing that friendship and love and respect is the foundation of a happy life, I'm sure. Do what you love, do it your way, and bring it together. Yes. Okay, well, that was very quickly without a question what I got out of these 3 cards. And yeah, happy Christmas. I don't know when this will be up, but either way, just happy holidays is what I'm trying to say.